Hi, I'm Donald Proffit. I want to thank the Princeton Public Library for inviting me to participate in the 2023 Local Author Day. And I want to introduce you to Hardship Alaska, my memoir chronicling events, people, and places immediately leading up to and during my time serving as a Vietnam War-era conscientious objector. It's the story about how my life was about to change forever as I began working with children in group homes and emergency shelters, living in a church basement closet while being in the closet, pining for my first love, my straight college roommate, and spending extended time in an Inupiaq whaling village 125 miles north of the Arctic Circle. My worldview began to take shape during this period as I experienced the isolation of the outsider and what it means to be part of a community. And while most of the story takes place in Alaska, the book opens here in Princeton on December 1st, 1969, the night of the first selective service draft lottery in over 3 decades. At the time, I'm a senior at Westminster Choir College, right down the road from here, and my college roommate and I are walking to the Annex restaurant on Nassau Street to hear the lottery results. The 58th birth date to be drawn that evening was mine, January 19th, a guarantee that I'd be drafted for military service once I graduated the following May. The only problem was that I was a pacifist, and although I wanted to serve my country, I needed to convince the authorities that I could only do so by not bearing arms against another human being. I'll read a short excerpt from the chapter Sunrise, Sunset. In this scene, I'm watching C-5A Galaxies, the enormous cargo and troop transports landing and taking off from nearby Elmendorf Air Force Base. A constant reminder that although I was a conscientious objector, the war was still happening all around me. On November 2nd, I moved into a 1-bedroom furnished apartment at $200 a month, including utilities, on M Street, edging a bluff overlooking Cook Inlet. The bluff defined what remained after the land now below it had dropped significantly during the massive '64 earthquake. Measuring an astounding 9.2 on the Richter scale, the most powerful ever recorded in North America, I could still see the scarred remnants of the quake left behind in a few neighborhood structures and in the eyes of those who lived here. This elevated location provided a magnificent view across Knik Arm. Looking out from my porch, I could glimpse the reclining sleeping lady, Mount Susitna, which resembled a pink-hued silhouette of a giant reclining woman in afternoon sunlight. In early morning from the same porch, I would watch the arriving black swarms of C-5A Galaxies, accented by the dawn's first light and sounding like rolling thunder, carry home their cargoes of daily dead and severely wounded, tallied each night in numbers on the evening news. Each time I saw these monstrous flying beasts, feeling the sky shudder on their descent or ascent, their massive shadows rippling over Knik Arm, I thought about being a conscientious objector, of why I was doing what I had to do. I was never angry with those who chose otherwise, or who involuntarily found themselves the hunter or the hunted in rice paddies and Agent Orange-doused jungles, whose passage home or going off to war depended on these very plains. In the dead of night and on the other side of town, commercial jetliners commandeered for service by the government appeared as if push-pinned to the night sky as each plane waited its turn to be untacked and flutter down to expectant gates at Anchorage International. Sleep-deprived recruits fresh from Lower 48 boot camps clambered down ramps to board buses to Elmendorf Air Force Base in darkness. Virgin troops to replenish the now empty flying hearses for the return to Vietnam. The book is Hardship Alaska from Epicenter Press. Thank you for watching.